Let's get Wildermyth going, shall we? If you sat through the Resident Evil stream, congratulations. You are a braver soul than I. I believe we are loading straight into a fight because the event beforehand was kind of long. Yep, most certainly are. Okay, and because I am the streamer and the person playing the game, I'm going to use my privilege to rename Hala Angel. Anyone? That's not really purple, let's face it. That works. Okay. Now I have an angel wraith who is part bird and an angel who is not part bird. I guess technically I could have had Thim up front, but there we go. You love the shield colours? Well, those are your primary colours, so hopefully they'll transfer over to any armor you get. Oh, hey, Water Spirit. Does anyone need like a water crossbow? I do need a water crossbow. Let's go and grab that. Yes. Because that gives me a pretty powerful ranged weapon that can refund an action point if it gets a stunt. Of course, now I have to deal with the fact that... does this have... Oh, that's a barrage. See if I can kill everything. I have to deal with the fact that Angel's stuck in there. Let's leave... Let's do what I can. Let's do what I can with Bone Lance. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to get both of them. Right, the Chosen is stronger, so I'll kill the Chosen. Also, there was a 100% chance. Father Fungus is on fire right now, so that's cool. Is that 100? 79, I believe. I should not have believed. Greater Constrict, please kill. It died. Very good. This is not as bad as it may first appear to be. The fire is an issue, however. I'll admit that much. Can I actually interfuse with the fire? Ooh. Now, I don't think I've ever done this successfully, so I don't really know how it works. No, please. Select subject. Okay, I don't know what it means by select subject. Maybe not close enough? Maybe that's too far for the range? No, they're in range. Why isn't Angel in range? I don't understand how this power works, I'll be honest. Never mind. Well, you're on fire, so there's that at least. Swap weapons and strike. Well, I believe in Doom. You know what? That's fair. Doom is perfectly legit to believe in. Believing in my ability to hit easy odds. Oh, right, indignance. Is the issue. Right, you have a bow. You can stand here. You do not have a bow. I thought you were Nenin for some reason. Okay, there's no door in this wall. I remember that much, so I guess we'll send. We'll do that. We'll check this door first. Oh, that's an issue. Just open the door and there's a mush rocks behind it. That would be a thing to see. Ooh, please hobble it. Doesn't make much difference because it can still move. Because it will probably still do the thing where it charges, and apparently that doesn't get lowered by. Is Angel in range? She is. Well, that sounds like a free attack. It also appears to be on fire. That poor thing did not know what it was in for. I'm just going to get rid of this fire. I know an ice is drawing power from it, but I don't want to get set on fire, so I feel like that's perfectly fine to do. I don't think that is in range. No, it's not. We'll just stand here and wait. Hey, Nenin, do you want to see if you can kill this before I have to send anyone else into the room? So happy about that. Dinner's ready tonight. Cooked buffalo thing. Ah, it's buffalo mushroom thing though. So it's not as vegetarian or vegan friendly as it might sound. Open the door. Well, that's an annoying spread. I'll say it. That's just going to give me shackle, which I do not want. Okay, I'm going to have to go into this room. I need space for my my mages. Comes with extra room, mommy. How considerate. You know what? Fair. I'll give you that one. He's just going to go the long way around. Right. This should have... Does anything have barrage? I thought it was a bookshelf. Oh, we'll go with this. Why not? 74. Oh, I just had a range. Curse you. A bit over the top, I'll admit, but it did the job. That was an unfortunate series of events for that individual. I win! Ooh, Nenin's gonna level up. Bubbles might also. Nah. Thim and Nenin are now rivals. Good for them. Blue Horn Hunter. 2 pierce, extra 1 damage, 1 range with ranged attacks. Bows no longer have a minimum range. Or Ember Arrow. Ember Arrows is kind of nice for the extra damage and shred, but I feel like no longer having minimum range might be useful. Although it does kind of remove the need for his offhand weapon. Yeah, we'll go with Ember Arrows, why not? The Green Slash, Tier 3 Greatsword. Does increase charisma. Damage goes up. Yeah, you know what? The knockback is kind of annoying. So I'll replace the two-handed hammer with a two-handed sword. Okay, I'm ready to read. Hit me up with that narrative. I can't remember what I was doing, if I'm being completely honest with everyone. Griffey's elsewhere doing that recruitment opportunity? Yes. And the other... Griffey's other child went underground to explore that, because that's the current objective. It doesn't matter, actually, because Griffey is, in fact, retiring at the end of the Chronicle campaign. Okay, so that's all of that. Let's deal with this infestation. Oh, I can't recruit from Legacy. Interesting. This must be a scripted NPC then. On Dana, whatever you want. It's on me tonight. What's the occasion? It's been a year now, to the day, that I was finally able to get up and walk home. I owe this leg, and practically this whole year of my life, to you. A few mugs of the good stuff is the least I can offer. I will need another hunter. That was a year ago already? On Dana, I want you to know that whatever you did to my arm, it's held up beautifully so far. So she's a big Garam hero is what I'm taking away from this. So, fill me in. What's the story here? Deepists with a story. I guess they were just after the grain that time and not the whole town, but there were still quite a few injuries, which got taken care of, almost all thanks to Mondana. Sure, but... You know what would be better, though? If it hadn't happened in the first place. I may be able to do the most good by helping to deal with the problem at its source. Come with us, then. Just so happens we're specialists in dealing with this sort of problem. Yes, I need another hunter. Okay, so... we'll... That was the wrong one. This is what I wanted to click on. Do this. It worries me this place is called Trap Calling, I'll be honest. Okay, let's do it. It would not be an interesting extension of this game, a persistent shared map between campaigns which multiple people can have interacting and each area can evolve. Granted, it would be difficult to pull off, but really cool. That would be a really cool idea, actually, especially considering there is the cooperative multiplayer. In the deep caverns beneath Dulce's mine. Nenin, keep up. Oh, do I have to? I was hoping to lag behind and get picked off by deepists alone in the dark. Besides, the torches are all up in the front. It's hard to see where I'm... Whoa! Whoosh. Whoomp. Ow. Wait, where? Wow. What is that? How long has this been down here? Did the deepest leave us a present? How sweet. Ah, it's jammed in there pretty tight. Pretty sure this is the hey, you get turned into a crystalline person. See if it has another outcome. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Oh, hey Kenny. It's one of the reasons Overtable is so great. World continues to go on. Multiple parties can share the same world. Not that really CGN's working that way together, sadly. Yeah, crystal person. Yeah, let's not. I'm not going to add that into my legacy, so let's just leave it be. We already have a crystal person. Oh, well, I should probably find the others. I'd love to do a shared world thing. The local board game cafe does a shared world game. Nanin, there you are. What happened? Found an old statue. Well, we found the deepists. Form up. That's a lot of deepists. That's the mush rocks. Wonderful. An angel is super far back. Right, if I can kill this, and then I can use angel to shoot the mush rocks, and also probably Nanin. So, how to kill the Woken. I'd take the 100 to kill that. That's what I need to die, and that just helps. And then... Can I do another discus? Does anything else have discus? How much health does the Merc Mother have? 9. Okay. I do like how you can check what they do and what their abilities do, though. It's really cool. So nothing will kill the Merc Mother, unfortunately. But I can at least soften her up, right. $74, 100. Why could you not have killed it, Nanin? Kind of hoping for the stun chance to get the action point back so I could then just kill the Merc Mother. Didn't happen, clearly, but it would have been nice. Oh, right, and now she's got the thing that lets you Spirit Blade if you're interfused, if you're standing next to an interfused object. There we go. I don't mind one character lagging behind, but 2 is annoying. So I was hoping that worked. Right, we'll just stand there. No, we're good there. Open the door, please. Yes. Discus me. 86. If only I had some form of poison vial I could throw. That would help so much. Are any enemies capable of interfusing? Yes, the Thrixol interfuse quite a bit, actually. A lot of their units seem to interfuse. But it takes up their whole action to do. Like, they move and they interfuse and that's it. Rather than, you know, like I can interfuse as a swift action. So I guess NPCs don't get swift actions. So every now and then I'll get a mite alarmed because I'm like, hey, I know how powerful infusing is. Please don't. Bubbles the second, just at the back. I probably should have used the swift action to cancel an infusion, although I think these are the last two enemies on the map, so... Broad strikes. I should have done that the other way around, but there we go. Mission done. Ooh, Bubbles will level up. Heck yeah. Sorry, Bubbles is the second. The tree might be nice. Bright Spindle, tier 3 spear. Does anyone actually use a spear? Yes. Angel is using a spear. It is an artifact spear though. Anyone else using a spear? Oh right, stone mace. You know what? It's just a base spear. Give it to an Aisha. She's not carrying anything in her second slot. Stunt chance 6. Give it to the person who's doing a lot of attacking. Someday people will move back to Dulce's mine. The deep stink of the cult will crawl back into the earth. Children will find homes for spirits here. Young women will build barns alongside their sweethearts. Old women will trade in iron and salt. And at the end, the oldest will die peacefully in their beds. The way it should be. You seem quite keen on it all. Thinking of staying? It's too late for me. Adventure's been stirred into my blood. The best we can do is keep moving. Hope to leave peace in our wake. Move back to a mine. I don't think cave life would be that great, just saying. I think she meant the area, but you know, she may have meant the mine itself. This is about to wrap up here. Straightly speaking, this is the last chapter of the campaign. So I really don't actually need to do every space on the map. Yeah, I thought Bubbles was super slow. But I'm still going to. What I will do, however, is I will only send 4 people here. I'm going to send Bubbles north to help with the other party. Have a group of 4 and a group of 3. Through shot. Ambush is kind of nice. Rogue. It's too bad you don't have type of scry spell or something. Just give a portion of the map a peek and decide if you want to head over there or not. Yeah, that is. It's not that kind of magic system though. It would be nice if I could do that. Be like, hey, this is the best place to go right now, but I'm just uncovering the whole map. The more map that I uncover, the more stories, the more, you know, narrative events we get. Having completed their exploration of Tholwistland Fields, thank goodness for tiny roadside inns. Feels like it's been weeks since I slept in a nice warm bed. I don't know, I find it inspiring sleeping under the stars. I find it inspiring not getting rained on overnight. To each their own, I guess. Well, stars or not, I agree that ale here hits the... Mom? Enisha? That's your mother? Why didn't you tell us she lived nearby? Because I didn't know. Enisha, I haven't seen you since you left home. What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? We're miles away from Quiet Town. Oh, Your father and I have... Well, we had some difficulties, and now I've settled here in Thol Whistling Fields. You and Dad? What did you do? Well, it's a little more complicated than... Of course it is. It's always complicated with you. What was it? Did Dad finally get up and throw you out? Or did you make a scene and storm out before he could? Now that's not fair. You know what your father is like. Don't put this on him. When did this happen? Were you ever going to tell me about it? It's not like I knew where to find you. Well, maybe I left home so you couldn't find me. Oh, I see. Well, I guess I'll be turning in early tonight. Typical. That is so like her. Starting something she refuses to finish. Some nights not all bad sleep outside. Being said, I prefer indoor comforts. Yeah, I think it largely depends on how much the rain is out and how heavy the rain is. Yeah. Shit did get real. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure she's the one who started that. Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? I mean, look. Mothers and daughters are complicated, and I know it's none of my business. But it seems to me the two of you had a second chance just now, and you let it slip by. If it were me, I'd ask myself very carefully if I was okay with that. Maybe I was a little harsh. Give me a minute, will you? Mom, wait. Look, I'm sorry. It was just kind of a big shock. No, you're right to be upset. I never make things easy, do I? If it were me, I'd be a woman. Well, no, you never did. But in the time since I left home, I've done a lot of things that weren't easy. I fought nightmares, saved lives, climbed mountains and swum oceans, both literal and metaphorical. Actually, you had not done that. The ocean is quite emphatically uncrossable in this game. I guess if I could do all that, I should be able to manage a civil conversation with my mother. It all sounds so exciting. I'd like to hear about it sometime. I'd like to tell you. And so the next morning, so we waited there, hiding in ambush, until... Thim! Hey, there you are. Sorry to interrupt, but it's time to move out. So soon? Afraid so. We've finished scouting Thol Whistling Fields, but we need to move on. Don't worry, though. I'll stop by to check in next time we come through, okay? Alright. Safe travels, Enisha. Always. See you soon, Mom. I love you. I don't really need to do this, but I'm going to anyway. Oh, this is nearly finished. Wait, why are you... What? I just messed up. Whoops. Still no sign. Medivian's competent enough, still. It's a long time for anyone to be gone, especially down there. Do we take a look ourselves? I'm saying we need to think about what happens if... Hide your lantern, see that? Out of the black fathoms, a red star swims towards them. Is it her? It's someone. Later. Sun must feel good. Yeah, maybe compared to cold everlasting darkness. One thing I'll say... Sorry, I thought she had a horn growing out of the back of her head for a moment. Our enemy called himself a king, and from what I saw, he wasn't exaggerating. What did you see? How deep did you go? Were you ever spotted? The tunnels go forever, and they branch and meet dead ends. They loop and tangle. Who knows how many entrances there are hidden around? At the end of all that darkness, I did come upon... What was it? A kind of castle? Within a huge cavern, a thing of spires and stone. A whole civilization, almost. And the Deep King. I saw him. Yeah, or a chakra weapon. I believe I gave her a rapier, so I guess it's the hilt. But still. But, dare I ask? I didn't see Conolf. Didn't stay long, though. I'll tell you, it seems almost unreal now. A nightmare world, a land of lostlings, windless and cold. And, much as I'm not anxious to leave the surface again, if we're looking for a way to stop them, to quench the deepest leaders and collapse their order, I think we've found it. So we fight the beast in its den. One way or another, this war has to end. I think this may be our best chance. Oh, I guess that's the end of the chapter. I'm going to take care of these 2 spaces, I think. Let's get... Mystic. Oh, right, no, it's party 4 and party 4. Right, that's what I was doing. I don't want an Aisha, Angel, and Bubbles. I have 44 legacy points. I am 100% cancelling both of those. Oh, that's where the incursion decided to start. Grand. Guess I'll do with that. Hey, good looking. How you doing, Kiwi? One thing I was so funny in high magic settings was how difficult they often make you switch sex. They'll list it in things like polymorphing on the same scale as a meteor swarm or something else. Yeah, most definitely. Like, there's no like magic. There's no easily produced magic items that do it. I guess we'll assault Lobcrow Forge. So I noticed Tim has been gone a while. Any clues why? Oh, really? The Great One again? I'm not going to read this. I've read it twice already. They meet someone on the road. They think they're a peddler, but they're actually leaving their village because the villagers are sacrificing people to the Great One. That's the story. Attempt to reason. And they're like, why would you kill the Great One? And the hero's like, because it's better than killing you. That's the story. Right, inspiration is totally a thing that Griffey has. Cool. Well, he's my melee dude, so... Stand there, please. Inspired. And inspired. And hey, guess what? Inspired. Right. Griffey doesn't have broad strike. He does have broad swipes. So if I do this, that should hit both the other ones. Yes. Inspiration like a bard ability. It gives +1 damage while they're in these 8 spaces. It's kind of useful, would you believe? There's the Great One. I was wondering where that had gotten to. Yeah, like a Commander Aura. That works. You know what? Just wait. Wait. Our corrupted land, really? Hey Griffey, you wanna wheel about and do the same thing? Oh, you missed, you annoying person. Discus, please. Yeah, I've always been a big fan of auras in games. I will admit that. I guess we just wait. What else can I infuse with? Let's go with these rocks as well for when the Great One appears. I was going to say, there's something up there that doesn't like that rock. Wow. Incredible. Why can you not shoot the huge thing right next to you, dude? Oh, it is literally right next to him, I think, actually. That's why. Oh, look, it's dead. Let's go with this. That discus is incredibly mean. Yeah, it is similar to a manticore. It's called a raccoon. It bears no resemblance to an actual raccoon, though. Sure, why not? Great One is dead, etc., etc. Everyone's happy that Griffey's been rescued. They'll always be welcome in this town, and legacy points. Even though what you got there is like a mustached pygmy version. You are not wrong. Well, I guess they've got time to look for that while this happens. So. Library of Light? No. That's an event that requires them to travel all over the map to a secret library, if I recall correctly. We're downwind of the deepest. They don't seem to know we're here. How shall you destroy them? Create a distraction, split their forces, draw them out. Excellent, half of them are chasing fairies. Now we strike. Heck yeah, we strike now. Secret lab sounds cool. Long travel time, not so much. Yeah, so it's a secret library, and I mean there is a benefit to doing it, but I don't think there's enough left in the campaign for me to do it without just wasting time. Right. Let's at least kill this Thorn Child. It was a really cool story the first time, but I've already seen it / read it, and yeah, sure, if this weren't the first. The final chapter, I'd probably do it, but yeah, it's definitely a better event in earlier chapters. As I say, I could do it, but I'd have to just waste time with everyone else while the two people going on that epic journey go on the epic journey. Dang it, there's another mush rocks. Right, we'll stick a Nisha there. Take care of that. Procedural generation does have limits and can still be improved. Yes, most definitely. 25% chance to hit? Yeah, I'm not going to take that. Take this though. But equally, was this... I mean, it's an edge case, right? Not all of the events take about... I think that one has 3 steps. And it's only one of the longer events. So it's a rare. It's not like it's going to happen that often. Hopefully, maybe. Does Angel have broad swipes? She does. Okay. I really need you to kill both of them. Much obliged, Angel. Hopefully more gets added. Any medium and stuff alike. I tend to have a bunch of different stuff from it. It'll change here and there. Well, it seems... Oh, you can add mods. There's really good mod support for the game. So I'm assuming that kind of thing would be added as a mod. Thank you for pinning it. You know, later on down the line. Or they may release extra events. I know when I was... So I was looking at... you know what? I'll try and shred the armor. I was looking at transformations yesterday that are available in the game, and they've already replaced some of the events. Like the crow transformation I got with Lance Starscream is no longer in the game. For some reason I'm making the D&D rehaul and then my settings. I'm going to make it exactly what I want now. Yeah, I mean that's why I'm writing my D&D campaign setting for Patreon side of things. Decent data mod support, but there isn't a good way to mod the internal processing of the game. That's fair. I think you mentioned that, like, you can't change the actual coding that easily, or inject new code, I think you said. Can I get more than just the mush rocks? No. Okay, the mush rocks was the problem. It is dead. The problem is dealt with. Moving on. These are all melee combatants. Apart from that one, I think. How dare you? That one's dead. Yes, get close enough that you take 4 instant damage. You know what? Why don't I get close enough to you to do that? Oh, it's good when that happens. Oh, right, she killed something, so she's in grey plane. Is this an important text, or is it just a text? Ah, it's just a text from Roadfan. Right, which I can't make a mod which would let you select frequency and events of drawn calamities. Yes. See, I do listen to my chat occasionally, especially when they know more about stuff than I do. Hoping that aspects of the games can improve later, just like Stardew Valley had that level of support added. That would be cool. I don't exactly know why that one died, but I'll take it, I guess. Honestly, at this stage of the game, broad swipes too. Salvage the torch. God, Stardew's mod support is insane. They hike a mulchy hill above Nola Focus, making their final approach. The trees here actually look kind of younger than the wider woods. Actually look younger than the wider woods. Kind of odd. It's happening, isn't it? I've got that feeling like I'm shielding a candle from the wind and wishing only to go inside, to sleep in my bed. Should I say something? Ondana's leading the way, and it's she who spots the warm glow ahead. Did it flicker to life just now? Or maybe it's only been hidden behind trunks? Yeah, this place is pretty removed. The mudlovers seem to like it, but why? I do find them to be an irresistible puzzle. Anyway, we'll get a chance to find out. Everyone ready? Seems like a campfire up ahead. Campfire? Could be a random traveller. May not be hostile, but I'll stay ready. Or, no, this isn't a... Stardew lets you build custom DLLs which are loaded into the game at runtime. Yeah, obviously my Stardew is heavily modded, so I was aware of something similar to that anyway, even if I didn't know exactly what it was. A gout of flame swirls amid these saber rocks, silent, bright, and smokeless. It's not a place to hang your kettle. It's not for anyone's purpose. I wonder why it's not hot. Not hot, it's blistering. I feel it. Undone, are you okay? Do you hear stories? Or is it just my mind that hears them? Undana moves nearer to the spiraling inferno, apparently unscorched. Undana! I'm awake, is what I am. I remember. I remember one tall story. It's brief, it's for children. In early days, the sky's back was not so stiff. She bent and saw a handsome grey squirrel who'd climbed to the top of a redwood. Undana? You're getting really close. This squirrel, he chattled to her blithely, how he relished her stare in the autumn wind, took comfort when she cast her cloudy hair. He thanked her for letting the sun thread through it. The squirrel spoke without guile, and it couldn't be helped. The young sky fell in love. So when she watched him plant his forests and watched the trees go tall where he placed them, the sky thought to impress him by planting her own. A lightning arm she gently lowered, and a great tree of scarlet was born. But it was a greedy tree. It grew and grew, and grew so large it consumed the forest the squirrel had planted. And without time for a word, words took much longer to say in those days. Old Entish. It swallowed the squirrel's body too. Seeing the world suffer, she summoned from the cosmic ice a healing rain. It was the first rain, and afterwards she would often soak the world in it, for fear all might burn up like that poor intrepid squirrel. That's the story I remember. And this place remembers. It's a piece of here, something left buried. What's that mean? Stories of fire. You don't hear them? They leap and lick at my imagination. At this altar, once, people would gather and tell them. But they're dead now. Those people are dead. The flame somehow endures. Undana, come away. You should be burning. How are you not? Listen, I'm going to let it touch me. I mean, it makes no difference. So, it welcomes me. I can take this fire, its heat and memories in myself. Because she's not joining my legacy, so... Wait, don't just... Undana, no! She leans close and lets the fire climb her wrist. It's alright. I'll be alright. She stands unharmed as flames file up her arm, orderly as ants, but then... Yeah! Undana! Ugh! A sudden mass of fire wreaths Undana's body. Just as it seems the whirling flames will devour her. Swoosh. They retreat into their coals. Undana stumbles back a few steps. Gah. What in... Does that hurt? No, not really. Just kind of warm. Actually, I feel almost... I don't know. I feel pretty good. Mumbling rises like a wind in the trees, not far off. That's right, there. We can solve this later, I hope. So, real question though, is this another hunter who's had their longbow removed because they've lost the use of one arm? Look, game, Wildermyth. I'm talking directly to you, Wildermyth, right now, okay? Could you cut me some slack and stop taking the ranged capabilities of my hunters? Give the melee stuff to the warriors. Please, I'm begging you. Stop taking my bows. Anyway. I just want one hunter to finish a campaign with a longbow. Confirmed Wildermyth hates bows. Yeah, that must be it. I mean, I know it's based on, like, I'm pretty sure it's just based on your scores, you know, like your character scores, but still. Apparently they're out of crossbow range, so that's wonderful. Oh, it's a font. Interesting. 91% to do 2 to 3 damage. Okay, that was, does more damage and can ricochet. Hey, you like trees, right? Have a tree in your way. I need to pin it, so... Could you not, though? Like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm the one who wins these things. So could you perhaps... Right, she's hobbled. Could you perhaps not hit me and hobble me? Thank you very much. Or I could just discus again. Did not think about this when I put the tree there, I'll be honest. But wait, what tree? Oh, Angel, you are a beast once more. That should be it though, I think. Yeah, it's a small map. Oh, right, Pact of the Deep does the thing. It replaces the dead creature with a horned child. Luckily, I can deal with horned children really easily. Angel, please be a murdered cyclone. Wow, you actually dodged that. I'm impressed, Horn Child. I'd like to see you dodge the exploding tree behind you, though. Ooh, and Aisha leveled up. Not that it's going to make much difference. And Aisha and Ondina are now rivals. One's lightning touched, the other's fire touched. Byron swings through chat on they are now munching on a turkey leg. Turkey leg. Ooh, plus 10 stun chance. Yes. Feather steel necklace. Sure, I don't think it matters all that much. The dust settles, the air smells acrid and burnt. You can control that thing, I hope. This arm? Yeah, Okay, but put it bluntly. Will you? You belong to a different order of nature now, or what? I mean, in Aisha, you are lightning touch, so you can't really complain. Alright, so I really did hear something, right? Whatever presence was there in the altar, the flames, it spoke in me more than to me. Like the chorus of my primal ancestry? I heard them offer stories to the altar. Kvorn of the Summer, the Queen of Embers, the Sun Thief, and the Empire of Ashes. Or softer stories like that little yarn about the sky and the Tree of Fire. I heard them, these flame keepers. People who drove their herds and built their shelters here. Who poured out their mysteries by this altar they must have carved, and... You likely won't understand, but... I found something I was missing before. It's kind of just what it is. I mean, you did find a firearm, in all fairness. You lost your bow, but you got a firearm. Well, who am I to tell you otherwise? What would be the point also? It'll be kind of tricky to explain, but you don't seem too concerned. You're worried for me, aren't you, Angel? It'll be fine, you'll get used to it. You can save your comments for later. I'm not saying anything. Just thinking really loudly. She found something and she's not... Now she's really hot. You know, I was just about to make a really hot joke, so thank you for jumping on that grenade for me on Stable Deus. Really appreciate that. I did this more for the free item. 0.7 health. Yes, please. More health? Oh, hang on. Can Angel take extra health? She can. I'm just going to gather everyone in this tile. Oh, right. When this fight is over, the game will end. Thank you for telling me. Right, just gonna... Whereas I did it all for the glory of Rome. Hey-o! Time for pie. Pie. Man, I have this craving for pie and it's really irrational. I made a maths joke. Okay, that's not going to happen very often, so appreciate it. Okay, so I'm thinking 2 hunters, 2 warriors, 2 hunters, and a mystic for this. So Angel and Griffey, because they're my only 2 warriors. Also, they're high level. Nenin and an Ondana, because they're my hunters, and I'm thinking maybe Bubbles. Alright, right click. I'm thinking Bubbles. It's more than irrational, it's transcendental. Hey-o. I'm thinking Bubbles purely for the, like, Spirit Blade would be nice. But, Indignance Plus is really, really powerful. And Archers is always good to have. Compulsion, though. Nah, we're taking Bubbles. Was it Angel, Griffey... Bubbles, Nenin, and Ondana. See, I'm not a pie person, I'm a tower person. I would say that's all for the greater good, but I don't know how many Warhammer 40,000 fans there are in chat. Or who may watch this on YouTube at some point. This journey feels interminable. Tunnels curve in long, natural arcs, the rolling of buried hills. The cart of rations and equipment they bring is the loudest thing down here. Ambush is a constant threat. Grind Creek. Their camps, their sleep, their meals, all are muted and misaligned, soon with no sense of time or proper place. I'm a beholder man pie kind of person. Wow, that's a deep cut joke. I appreciate that joke immensely, Byron. All are muted and misaligned, soon with no sense of time or proper place. Angel got out the cold bacon. At least the fungus burns. Should you be burning the fungus, though? Long into their trip, they begin to doubt they'll ever see stars again. Infinite caverns enclose them. Frigid winds gust from the depths, set all the stone throats of the earth singing. A choir of hollow voices. They find and follow the marks they're looking for, and eventually arrive at their destination, having made excellent time. Douse the lights, come forward quietly, pass the word back. Just got back, I seem to be missing something in chat. I made a joke about pie, and we're making pie jokes, and also apparently philosophy jokes. The outskirts of the deepest fortress seem mostly still, but welcome back. Is it abandoned? Did they know we were coming and leave this place empty? Not abandoned. Prepared. Hey, Connolf. A candle flares. Connolf? That really you? Sorry, I know it must look so strange. Careful, Griffith, we can't be sure of him. Got something to say, stranger, or should we fight it out right here? To be honest, you're late. Later than I'd hoped. I've been down here... How long now? You've really been here all these years? I really have. I'll talk about it all if we survive this. Surviving one more day? Something I've just gotten pretty good at, I suppose. Karnulf guides them to a charred-smelling chamber beneath one of the many stone causeways that lead to the main keep. All are brought in together. I've collected what I could over the years. This forge will still light, and there's tools. Make whatever repairs or modifications you need. I don't know how long we can hide out here, but when the fighting starts, it probably won't stop. Right, well, everyone? Anything from the cart? I suggest you get it now. They hurry to retrieve what they brought and set to work. This room smells like charred. I'm impressed, Karnulf. We all are, and we're sorry that we... It's alright. Don't apologise. It was always my decision to come, to stay. But we won't forget your courage. It's... I mean, how do we? Let's just finish this together. Yes, it's a greenhouse. Hey, plant jokes. Byron is on fire right now. Wait, Carl's in my party? Heck yeah. Right, let's get Angel an armor upgrade. Bubbles is in tier 2. Karnulf, I think in tier 1 still. Yes. We'll give Karnulf tier 2. I think everyone else should be in tier 2 based on when I recruited them. Oh, not on Dunner, but that's easily rectified. Oh, I already have the water crossbow. Welp, that's annoying. That could have gone to something else. Never mind. This is tier 3 water. I'm just going to upgrade all their primary weapons. Well, that looks pretty cool. I really have far too many legacy points, so I'm happy to spend these. Basic bow, not on my watch. Let's go with a stone bow. Come off with his basic axe. Okay, so that's just a standard maul. Plants and fire, how spicy? Guess you could say I've mustered my best spicy plant jokes. Mustard tea patch is also a common term for bag of holding a cosmic patch, by the way. So yeah, mustard. Hey, mustard is pretty good. Mustard is pretty good. I was going to say something. I can't remember what I was going to say. So let's continue. All of their primaries are at rank 3, so that's all that matters. Yeah, Connell's back, so that's cool. Sorry, I keep is the upgrade in this game like Darkest Dungeon-esque character on weapons ability is very straightforward. Yes, so each area of the map that you explore, that you clear of enemies, you can then claim, and each area gives you resources. At the end of each chapter, you can spend those resources, or whenever you're on a tile, you can spend those resources to upgrade armor to tier 2 or weaponry to tier 3. You find items every time you beat a level, and characters level independently of each other for random ability draws. You get to choose out of 4 abilities whenever a character levels up, and then they get extra health and damage and stuff whenever they level as well. Man, I really liked Darkest Dungeon, but it was just such a grind that I hope they make it easier. Or less grindy, certainly, for the sequel. Anyway, this causeway leads to the heart of the palace. Hang on. I keep mispronouncing Connell's name. I apologise, I have to fix this. Much better. This causeway leads to the heart of the palace. Darkest dungeon was never meant to be fair or nice for sure. No, of course not. I mean, it's totally on brand for the game. I wanted to like it more than I did, and the narrator's voice was amazing. This causeway leads to the heart of the palace. That's where we'll find them, the Deep Queen and her king. Make no mistake, we'll need to deal with both of them. We've met the king, but this queen, what's she like? When you look in her eyes, you see she's worse. You know it's an amazing feat. Everything they've scraped out, everything they've built, you really can't deny it, can you? All forged from the blood of the hopeless. Oh, hold up. You mean they're the bad guys? Movement up ahead, Nenan. So, please note, none of my characters have quelling moss. So this is going to be interesting. Right, he doesn't have broad strikes. Nenan does have all the sarcasm. You're not wrong. Let's do this. Good. Because Sacrificial Lamb, I forgot I built him for speed. And his Guardian automatically. Right. Hey, can you, like, kind of fight? Yes, you can. That's not a great to hit chance, if I'm being honest. Okay, I'll take the kill. Why not? The Chosen has died. Let's get bubbles over here. Pin all of them so they can't move. Oh, refunded action point. Oh, let's do that again, shall we? Okay, I need bubbles over here now. Let's move Griffey up. Bubbles, your job is not to actually do any melee attacks. Can the outcroppings be used for cover, or are they just those movement obstacles? They are used for cover. So if something attacks you through it, you do get a bonus to, well, they get a reduction to their hit chance. It works in the other way as well. Obviously, enemies can use cover against me, and certain abilities let you. So you see this like shield icon here. This is called walling. Certain abilities let you wall with the environmental objects instead of just the. Where's on? There she is. Instead of just the allies, I should say. There we go. You know what? Refunded action point. That's fair. Take a guaranteed kill. So there are 5 campaigns to this, but they're all kind of... There's not much gameplay variation, let's say. No, what? Stay there. Dang it, mush rocks. I don't care about you. I like tactics games like this, but would like more tactical options. Kneeling, lying down, sprint, shoot around over. Yes, yeah, there isn't stuff like... You can set fire to things. You can set fire... You can interact with the environment and set fire to things. And the mystics can do a couple of other things to add stuff to the environment you can interact with, but that's really it. Right, so I need to... Where's Griffey? Well, I feel like he needs to get a bit closer than that. But that is extending myself into range for the slingers. How about we do this? Come and face me if you wish, if you dare. More choices, the better, although some might not like the complexity. That's fair. So, as you can see here, so scenery has health. You can attack it to get rid of it, so if it's providing cover. But mystics, the blue card, the blue background people, they can use terrain tiles to fuel a variety of spells. You know what? Just get back to where you were, dude. Sacrificial got pushed out of position. Rallies might have been a bit more since most tactics games your turn is not timed. Yeah, I mean you can obviously time your own turn and then just hit the wait button if you've run out of time. I need to kill this. Once this is dead, I'm going to push up. Be interested in mushrooms if you had a range or a druid. They can identify which good so you can use square to heal or apply poison to your weapons for a duration or something. Yeah, things like that. There's just abilities that give you poison on weapons. Rather than you need this specific skill set. And casting spells through the object deals damage to the object. Oh, well, if you can see that, gentleman, please, by all means. Press stick and lift that hunchback if it's made of stone. It's a mush rocks. I guess it's super strong. And it's also dead, so there's that. Really, game? I just want to kill all the mush rocks so I can progress. Fine. I guess I'm moving up. Things are just gonna keep spawning, so you kind of have to, right? Sometimes the game does hate you, and you just have to roll with it more than anything. Right, you have a bow, right? You do. That's what I was hoping would happen. Because now I can shoot the other one. Goes into half-dog dungeon mode. Right, Bubbles, where are you going to go before I do anything else? Let's stick you here. Rolling in an RPG? How boring. Well, I mean, there's that. Thought everything was fine, more spawns appear. Well, I knew things were going to appear here because these red squares are the spawners. But I didn't quite realise, you know, what exactly would. You have a bow. Please hit and kill it. Thank you very much. Ideally the stunt chance would have triggered and then I would have got the thing, but there we go. At least it took the damage from... Never mind. Right, Griffey. Kind of really need this to be dead. That's an appreciable amount of damage, I suppose. How do I... Oh, actually. If it hits, it kills it. Dang it! Never mind. Connaught, where can you get to? You can get to there and you can still hit the Mushrox. Quickly tally the 50d6 roll saving throws for the 30 infantry. Yeah, see, at that point you're just playing a war game rather than a role-playing game. Should have moved him before doing that. Should have moved him before doing that. Okay. Move everyone up. I'm just going to have to ignore the Mushrox below me and deal with it as... Alright, it's not a Mushrox anymore, it's a Mercantile. Oh, that's a... This is a long map. This is far longer than any other map has been. Right, let's just run. Maybe this is like Sentinels of Freedom, and they despawn once you get so far. Of course, the origins of AD&D, exactly. Could have been worse. He's just going to have to double move. And we'll just wait. I just need to change them back to melee rather than ranged weaponry. Let's go there. Hey, can Sacrificial Lamb reach that as well? He can. Right, the meat shields are up front, although they should technically be behind me, I guess, with how things are panning out right now. If you have your bow out, can you actually hit anything? You cannot. Okay. Okay. I assume these things are spawned in here, so I'm going to take my time and kill these, just so they're not following me. Hey, Andana, you have that cone of fire thing, right? Yeah, that's not going to reach. Okay, just, you know, shoot, I guess. Sometimes that that small chance to miss, you know, misses, so that's great. Discus me! Missed. There we go. Right. The immediate problem is gone. The immediate problem has returned. They're just going to keep spawning is the thing. Let's continue moving forwards. Open door. Okay. So, yeah, I need to hit this door. Connell doesn't actually have a ranged weapon, which is the annoying thing. And I'm going to need people to attack this turn. So let's get rid of that. Some RN generators are better than others. I swear some games you know at 95% hit, you still for like 25% mischance. Oh yeah, that's XCOM. I've played enough XCOM to know how that's how that's how XCOM works. Cool. Don't have a line on anything from there. That's where the other one is, at least. Three damage in one hit. Can you not, though? It's alright. It's actually better than it looks because they're all clustering together, because Angel hits everything in range when she attacks. Where is Griffey? Okay, that's fine. I need to get people onto spaces where they're inspired. Is Angel inspired right now? She is. Only has 2 health. Can Bubbles kill that just by walking next to it? Sure can. Damn, there's the big Minotaurs that, like boar versions of Minotaurs that they do, don't they? They're very powerful and very annoying. Would you believe? Angel has nothing to hit now. Unless she swaps with Ondina, I think. Which actually might not be a bad idea. Except Ondina's already done something. I guess she moved, in all fairness. Okay. Do you have broad strikes? No, you just have an extra range. Right, please kill it. Thank you. If I move... Where is Angel? Okay, Angel's probably just going to shoot that. This needs to die, because Nenin can't shoot it with his bow from where he is. I was hoping the stunt chance would trigger. It didn't. Let's just do this. Why not? Because you... See, she hit. It just has armor that blocked all the damage. Well, sorry. Everything has a dodge and a block chance as well. So I have to roll to hit, and then they, I assume, roll to block or dodge. Stop shredding my armor, you gigantic Boar-tusked a-hole. This is becoming an issue with health. Right. Move there. So this thing's pretty dead. No, not Griffey. Connell, sacrificial, sorry. Okay, they all have an action still, so let us do... Does anything have discus? Where's the quelling moss when you need it? I know, right? This would be so much easier if I had quelling moss. Okay. Angel can't see anything, so I'm going to swap her back to a melee weapon so she can overwatch. You can't see anything. Sacrificial, please. Hit. And that's why cover is annoying. Cover is blocking view from both of these angles. You know what? Silk step. Time to shoot the speaker in the back. Whoops. Please don't kill. Please don't kill. Whew. Whew. Oh, that was close. That would have killed Nenan. 0 times 45 EXML. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying this. What you've seen of the stream so far. Can't do anything. Can't do anything. I would have appreciated a 1 higher damage roll, but there we go. You really not in the Indignance aura? Well, that's annoying. Time to keep pushing for that door. Let's kill both of these. I think even if she has... Yeah, there's nothing in range. Please hit and kill. Much appreciated. Alright, Andana gets to Grey Plane automatically when she kills something. Keep forgetting that. Right, is there any useful... Actually... do that to pin it, why not? And wait. Same thing, except I need to swap Sacrificial and Angel. Because Angel has a ranged weapon whereas Sacrificial doesn't. Trying to keep him in the middle because obviously he's got the lowest health right now. Right. I don't think anyone has an attack they can do. No. So we'll just wait. What I don't like about tactics games is that in most of them, taking an attack ends your turn. So you have to choose between moving or shooting, and it really irritates me for some reason. Especially when things like that happen, where it's a good chance that you'll actually hit, but you don't because that you just get a poor die roll. Does he have the bow? He does. Oh, that's a target. Okay, cool. Oh, it's a crossbow. That's fine. Come on, get in range. And dead. I'm slowly making progress. I'm killing more than is spawning most of the time anyway. You know what? He moves so slowly. I'm just going to put him there. Everyone gets extra armor, and also we hide behind this pillar like our lives depend on it, because for Nenin, it really might. I was gonna say, please open the door. Oh, the game's not sure what to do. They await us inside. This is it. We'd be fools to hesitate now. The warm keep smells sweetly smoky. All the articles in here, old though they might be, wouldn't be out of place in Angel's room or Nenin's. Pretty cozy compared to what's outside. What their followers endure. Does this map look off? The world has changed since it was drawn. They enter the inner chamber where a huge hearth glows. Sacrificial? You bring assassins at my back? Here where we made you our guest? The Deep King draws himself up, then turns, proceeding into a deeper chamber. If you must slay us to be satisfied, then first hear our story. Come. The great fire burns steady and strong. It chews on a mat of woody fungi, producing the pleasant aroma that hangs in the air here. The Deep King leads them past a vast library, rich in texts that haven't seen light in centuries. How much wisdom dies in darkness? You mean the books? Swirls of dust dance behind them. Dark shapes fill the halls they've left. All sense the weight of the mountain, the gravity of this great mystery, sinking and settling, threatening to entomb them. Just doesn't make sense. Why can't we find common ground? Because of all this. Everything you see that makes us similar means they'll never abandon their convictions. Another waft of warm, fragrant air blows from up ahead. We'll talk inside, young ones, and spin no more fictions. Finally, the Deep King ducks under a tenderly carved archway into a small, well-appointed chamber. The woman standing by the fire sets down a steaming cup. Here they are, my love, our assailants. You are right about Sacrificial. He betrayed us. Don't be sorry, love. The fault is his. And these others? Heroes, yes? Indeed, heroes of this age. You may as well get it over with. Tell them who you really are. What more is there? Are you impatient because you're young? Or because you're annoying? I've been patient enough these long years. Very well then. I'm Aelus. This man you've dealt with is Lestrand. Oh, hey, they were the two lovers who saved the world from the Deepists. We're Queen and King here. Those names actually sound familiar. I'm sure you remember our tomb, don't you? Here evermore lie Aelus and Lestrand. Their love which protected so many shall cradle their eternal sleep. You're saying, we are them, those heroes from long ago. 2 of them, anyway. The lovers, they called us. In a sense, we were once you. Adventuring, fighting to defend the helpless, building what we could. We lost friends, buried them, did it all the right way. You were heroes? You served people? But there was no end to it, you see. We tried, but there was only more death. There's only ever death waiting. Despite all we did for so many, we found no exemption. Doom swallows the meek and strong together. The point is to help as many as you can reach that end happily, and enjoy the journey. Contentment is humility's reward. Shh, let her talk. Older we got, we realised, no matter how much we ever might accomplish, even the story of us, seldom crossing ungrateful lips, would cease to be spoken one day. There'd always been the assumption we'd grow old and retire. We were supposed to be satisfied that we'd live on through our legacy. Elias, this is the misconception you've got. This is my legacy, not yours. That wasn't for you, was it? There's a better way. We knew there would be. So we went and did what others in our company dared not do. There was a mystic woman we'd met in our journeys below the ground. A witch of the deep we'd been tasked to destroy. We entered her seclusion and explained our quandary. The great injustice that death takes heroes in time just as it does all nibbling mice and measly lives worth less. You took your worries to the witch of the deep, ostensibly a wicked being you'd been tasked to destroy, and then you asked her for guidance. Yes, right. Okay. Wisdom is wisdom. How can you judge what you don't understand? That woman gave us the secret in payment for her life. The secret to prolong our own lives indefinitely by drinking the spiritual essence others willingly bequeathed to us. In covenant, and to aid us, she summoned our Messiah. He would be our servant and an idol to easy fools. In part to test its loyalty, we ordered the thing to slay her. And it did, our shadow Messiah. You mean that massive beast that hunted us in the cavern, where we had our fateful parley? They haven't seen it since. The monster is willful. It seeks its own ends. But that doesn't matter. It was born to a purpose. It served. Anyway, we'd soon formed a plan. We even hoped to bring our old friends into our secret. However, old Val had been with us since the beginning. I expected her to react with more intelligence. What had to happen? And soon we'd devised our model of ascension. Descension, to be perfectly thematic. We began looking for those who had seized their chance. The right words, that's all it takes to peel weak grips from the morals they limply cling to. From our earliest servants to our youngest, we swallowed what they surrendered. Those who came first were able to achieve greater forms, descending, drinking beside us at our endless wells. And from the truly worthy, we took nothing. Better with their essences intact, bodies and minds unchanged. Nice to look at. Charismatic figures to aspire to. Nice to look at? I mean for the common folk. A quiet moment passes. He has just firmly inserted that foot into that undead mouth. It's not a grand or remarkable moment in any noticeable respect, but for the span of this moment at least, these powerful individuals capable of shaping so much of the world's history and future stand together, on the cusp of action. That's what all of this was then. Every poor soul who took an oath fed your immortality. Such is the nature of gods, from 1,000 small hearts, enormity. That lesser lives expire in order to extend the lives of the exceptional. Isn't it better? And lest you overlook it, your sacrificial partook of our elixir. We took nothing from him. He only benefits, as you can tell, from the sacrifices of those less worthy hearts. What I did to survive among you, I'll carry that shame and carry it longer. That's my burden. But there will be no more. I don't think we have much else to talk about, do we? Even after hearing our story? We're the same. No, we are really not. Never were. We let you in. There's no reason for any of us to die. You've earned this and you'll sacrifice nothing, gain everything, forever. Together we can mould the next 1,000 years and the next. Just sounds like work. Now Bubbles the second, that is a big mood. Our hearts are true, you won't bend us. You're both so lost. Dying seems more fun. A house built on bones can never last. Explains why all of the Unchanged were female? Yes it does. Ooh, he's in trouble. The last look that goes between the monarchs is brief. Hard to imagine what they're thinking, or what they might want to tell each other after so long a time. In the end, they say nothing. Deep Queen Eyeless. Her Majesty moves with gentle precision, meditative purpose, as if all time and consequence were hers to distribute. The worried crease of her brow seems to be her only expression. Deep King Lestrond. His Majesty's walk is heavy and grim, and he seems slow to shift his gaze, even though he fights with unbelievable ease, natural as breathing. So something tells me oh, okay. Oh, so she has indignance. Cool. Okay, so Griffey is in the wrong place for this. With the amount of health they have, I'm really going to need the amount of damage, the maximum damage output I can get. Okay, Bubbles, you're at the back. What can you do for me? Okay. Let's just do a little... Let's do that. He's not going to do anything. Cone of Fire won't work, so we'll just shoot. She's probably... Hang on, she doesn't have a healing spell, right? Not at all. And dead by sacrificial lamb's hand. I like how they just fall over. Yeah, unfortunately she's got indignance, so that's going to be a problem. Hey, Bubbles... he can't move close enough. Oh, they can't move close enough. Okay, that's fine. She just walked into my ranks, so I don't think she's going to last very long. Oh no, she's dead. I don't think it particularly matters, because she's not going to be joining my legacy, so... In the end, it takes very little time for their breath to still. Once immortal, the monarchs are dead. Because immortal does not equal invulnerable, no matter what a lot of media will have you believe. As the two regal corpses are brought out, the crowding deepists melt from sight. They slump amid pillars into shadows and down dark holes. Despair and confusion congeal on their mute faces. The Deep Queen and her king will never leave this place. They're laid in state in sight of the citadel, the wind-barren wonder of their underworld. Their ancient, perfect flesh takes flame. I thought that was a dead cow for a moment, I'll be honest. Griffey, Sacrificial, Nenin, Angel, Bubbles, and Ondana take what can be salvaged in their small cart, and they go. The journey back is strange and dreamlike. The quiet caverns take on a different character, no longer as threatening as they are cold and empty. Something wrong? This is what they looked like once, isn't it? This is who they were. For a moment they stand by the statues, staring up at the stone faces of the two monarchs. It's weird. You spent so many years with them. What was it like? It was like getting to see a version of yourself. Yourself if you never learn how to let go. A gentle net of daylight dips past the entrance of the tomb and pulls them up into the sunstruck woods. The seasons that have gone by under the ground feel splotched onto their arms and faces, crusted like mud or clay. Forest air washes them, fragrant, clean and stupefying. We've seen two sides of the earth. Neither should swallow the other. The old lands, the old life. Who will ever know but us? Who will ever dream what could have been? Another 1,000 years, another and another. What's buried is buried. Lost is lost. Gone is gone. Heroes grow old and their myths expire. Even the mighty constellations die. We're lucky enough to breathe the cold air. Watch the stars burn bright and smile as they leave the sky. We're lucky to wake and sleep in our own power, each contained in one unique span of time. Lucky to run and fall and crack and crumble on our first morning, storyless. But on our last night, welcome in legendary company. The end. Ooh, that made me tingle at the end. Ooh. 164 years of peace. Medivian's dream of her own personal research tower had finally been fulfilled. She kept it well stocked with tomes and scrolls full of formulas, or formulae if you like. Nenin would always find excuses to visit Lobcrow Forge. His pan wouldn't sit flat, his fire poker wasn't pokey enough. Whatever the reason, it had absolutely nothing to do with the strikingly beautiful apprentice. Yeah, that was a good writer. Thim developed a passion for restoring ruined sites. He felt the heft of history in the stones in a way the books couldn't quite match. Nenin became a fixture in Falconbane, could be found in the square most days, swapping outrageous stories and giving advice, whether it was asked for or not. Well, at least Griffey didn't have to see his children die. Words fail. Missed a bit of the ending there, but looks like a decent game overall here. Yeah, it's a pretty game. Pretty good game, sorry. And Aisha returned many times to Thol Whistland Fields to visit her mother and tell her about her many adventures. And depending on what difficulty you play it on, like I played this on easy, and it takes about 5 hours to do a campaign. 6 hours maybe? Let's say 5 to 7, depending on the campaign. And there are 5 campaigns, 4 of which are this long, 1 which is shorter. One night Ondana awoke with a lightness in her step. I understand now, it all makes sense. She vanished for 10 years, returned somehow unaged and full of contentment. Peace couldn't have come soon enough. I don't know how many more fights I had left in me. What does the mark on her head mean? Does she have lightning powers? Yeah, and Aisha, in a previous campaign, drank from a storm well and has the potential to develop lightning powers because of it. If she gets hit by a melee attack, there's a chance that she'll deal 2 damage in retaliation because of just static. Bubbles was less keen than some to spend evenings reliving the old days. I specifically fought Deepest so we wouldn't have to talk about them all the time anymore. Griffey and Nenin was stopped by a travelling woman, a resident of that small village in Dancing Rogue Mud where the Great One once feasted. She thanked them again for slaying the monster and ending the darkest days of her life. Griffey absorbed it all and came away proud. And as the campaign progresses, whenever a chapter ends, there is a chance that the transformation will progress as well. So eventually in Aisha I think we'll have 2 lightning arms and lightning legs. each of which grants a different ability. One story ends. Lightning's a great elemental type for purposes of heroes using stories very high. Yeah, so she can do like I don't know why it reverted, but in the previous campaign, she got like a chain lightning effect. I don't want any of these in my legacy, so I'm not going to keep them. Like chakras and meridians, very few powers placed in specific. Yeah, so it's all based on story events. Hey Flux, you want to be a ballad song hero? Because you're going to be a ballad song hero. Oh yeah, this is a good example. So Flux started off normal, interacted with a weird statue in the first campaign I did, and slowly turned into this crystalline warrior. You know what? We'll upgrade this angel to level 2. You do keep getting older and older. It's true. So now, depending on how we're feeling, I can have Crow Angel or I can have Angel with Pet Rabbit. There's Lance Starscream. Good old Lance Starscream. So I should have 2, 3? Yeah, 3. You're not a crow? Oh, well that's annoying. If I'd known you weren't going to be a crow, I would have upgraded. I would have just continued this Angel Wraith along. You don't have your Fire Chicken either. Or your Foxtail. Mildly annoying, actually. I wonder why it reset. Ah, it might have been because you retired. Because Flux's transformations remained, because... No, Flux retired, actually. I have no idea why it reset you. But you reset. Most upset about the chicken. You know what? That's fair. So starting your story. By the next campaign, Flux will be tier 5. Yeah, you've retired the past 2 campaigns, but your transformations have persisted. So I don't know what went on. I don't know what happened there. What I might do at some point is a short 3-chapter campaign on easy, just to get Angel to tier 3. Maybe both of these. Anyway, so Kenny, what I'm doing is I'm doing a campaign, and then I'm taking a break to play a different game, just because the game itself isn't all that varied. And I don't want to burn out on it, and it does require a high mental load for me. So the way the tiers work are, again, YouTube, I apologize, but in case you haven't seen the previous episodes, the way the tiers work is when you recruit a hero, often you'll have the ability to recruit from your legacy, which is this pool of heroes that you have from previous campaigns. And depending what tier legacy hero they are, determines what level they enter the campaign at. So Flux, I believe, will always enter as a level 4 character now. Oh, good, I can get rid of archery, because... no, I can't. Dang it. And then, that doesn't work. And then both of the angels will be tier 2 characters, because that's their highest legacy level. It just helps you get the... You don't have to hire from your legacy, you can start with fresh people all along. But as I'm naming these characters after community members, I like doing that. Anyway, so yeah, Friday's stream will be The Secret of Monkey Island, because that was a channel goal, a channel goal that was met. After I beat that, which should take about 3 streams, maybe 4, I expect this is Thrixel. So the next campaign, to wet your whistle. Illuna and the Moth, an old book and a young argument lead 2 siblings into the wilderness. Amid the bones of a mythic civilization, they'll embark on a moonstruck journey through tragedy and time, encountering a mysterious wastrel in the woods and bearing witness to the rise of a luminous queen. 5-chapter campaign with Thrixel as the main threat. So that's the next one. And then, obviously, so that'll be after Secret of Monkey Island, then Resident Evil 0, and then all the Bones of Summer with the Draven, and then we're done with Wildermyth. Played the original Monkey Island a million years ago. Same. I've played all of them. I think I played all the Monkey Island games, including the Telltale one, and I like them all. So I do want to play all of them on stream, but I figured I'd start at the first and go that way. Oh, difficulty scales with Legacy tier of your starting hero. You do not want Flux for that one. Oh, that's annoying. So if you do these campaigns, you promote 2 heroes. Oh, I guess it's length of campaign. That would make sense. Whereas Legacy, you start with all of your Legacy stuff, so I guess you don't pay Legacy points for them. Anyway, that's a problem for the future. And we have to figure out if I have the time to play with a campaign through to promote Angel twice. Who knows? Anyway, don't know what Telltale did to the employees at the end. Just don't like False Choice, but their stories overall tend to be pretty decent. The Monkey Island Telltale game is very much point-and-click adventure. It's not their, Walking Dead or Batman-style games. It is you solve puzzles, much like they did with Sam and Max: The Devil's Toy Box, which is also a game I want to play on stream. Anyway, YouTube, thank you for watching. Please do stay safe, healthy, and wholesome, and I'll see you next time.